We're now joined by Texas Congressman Pete Sessions. Really happy to have you on this morning, sir. We got to start with that news. California Congressman, Democrat Eric Swalwell, he will be resigning his seat in Congress. This after accusations of rape and sexual assault surfaced from at least 4 different women. Let's take a listen to one victim giving her testimony.
I can see flashes of that evening of him on top of me pushing him off, him grabbing me. It was a lot more aggressive. It was aggressive.
Truly disturbing to hear something like that, obviously, sir. I mean, but he wasn't the only congressman to make a major announcement yesterday. Then we've got Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez says he will not be seeking re-election. This after the House Ethics Committee formally launched an investigation into him last month for something similar, sexual misconduct. What are your thoughts, I guess, on all of this?
Good morning, Alex. As you go around the world, there's a lot going on. When you focus on Washington, D.C., these accusations of things that have been hanging around a while have come to a head. And I think that there's a lot of ways to look at it. 1-to-1, Republicans lose one, Democrats lose one. But this is really an issue that I think the body looks at, that this was misconduct. And misconduct as a member of Congress, especially in the ways that they are being accused, have broken themselves out well past the media and into people who will come and give testimony, or people who actually, in Tony Gonzalez's place, woman died.
Yeah.
And so these will bring to the headlines not only accusations, but also accountability. Mm-hmm. And so it's this accountability, once enough members became aware of both these activities. You can't miss the Swalwell activity. Tony's, I think, rocked along for a lot longer than it probably should have. And of course, then what comes into play was his campaign. So this is bad news. The body will not tolerate misbehavior like this.
I want to follow up on that, sir. So we actually know there is a congressional slush fund to cover the legal expenses of legislators who are accused of sexual harassment. And there was actually a vote to reveal the names of every congressman on that list, but it was overwhelmingly defeated. Congressman, what do you say to the American taxpayers who are paying to, it seems like cover up possible alleged crimes by these congressmen, but are being blocked by those same people who from knowing who they are?
Well, going way back, seemingly I was a part of what was an agreement on both sides, Republicans and Democrats. The interesting part is it's not just congressmen. It, in fact, is the staff of the United States House of Representatives. And which I was unaware of, but in review of that, the majority of these come from organizations that serve the House of Representatives, including the Capitol Hill Police Department. And that is the vast amount of money that you were trying to talk about, is of staff that is involved. So this was simply, how do I justify it? It's simply an agreement to avoid problems, just like where we are right now with Swalwell and Tony Gonzalez. They have agreed, based upon the amount of evidence, to leave. This certainly beats what happens when open fighting on the floor of the House of Representatives. It becomes political. So it's part of the process. I think the process seemingly works well. It did not work this well on January 6th, did it? We still have too many people that blocked the truth about what happened on January 6th and became political. But what goes on here is full admission to a lawyer and to people who are paid to resolve the matter and put the facts out. And I think that that is a process that if it works well, then it's not swept under the rug. Yeah. I've been involved in big companies. I've seen other companies, how they handle these matters, and they're very private. This is accountability, and I think the loss of at least these two members is proof that the system works.
Yeah, accountability is what everyone wants. So I appreciate you speaking on that tough topic, sir. But I do, while I have you, I want to pivot to the partial government shutdown that we are under. I mean, we know Democrats, they just keep doubling down on protecting criminal legal aliens over the safety of Americans, especially in a time of war. However, the GOP seems to have figured out a, quote, two-track solution to go kind of around Democrats by using reconciliation to get something done. Congressman, what are your thoughts on this? And is this, at this point, the only option to pass things moving forward?
Well, we've got to get it done. People need to be paid, but the United States needs to be more stable, and it's up to us. We vote yes, they vote no, but we've got to find a way around it.
Yeah, sir. Congressman Pete Sessions, always great having you on. Really appreciate it, sir.